There is a major hesitation when it comes to homeschooling older children, and that is the problem of not wanting to look dumb in front of your kids. This problem actually came up this past week as I was chatting with a new friend and sharing about how we homeschool. She said to me, "Oh, I could never do that." And I said, "Oh, tell me more." She said, "Well, my child is in grade 6. I can't do grade 6 math. I'll look dumb in front of my kids." And if you've seen some of my other videos, you know that I responded with, "I have just the strategy for you." But if you don't know that that's what I would have said, then hello, my name is Natalie, and I show homeschooling moms how to simplify education so that you can be free from overwhelm and teach with easygoing confidence. So I said to her, there is one super simple strategy, and it's just a type of question that you ask. You do not need to say, "I don't know." You can ask them, "Where do you think we could look to find that out?" There are many variations, which I can share with you in a moment for some ideas, but I want to tell you why this works so well. This takes you from the position of being the answer bearer, the all knowing mother, and instead to more of a supportive facilitator role, someone that is coming alongside them for their learning. This immediately changes your child's mindset from looking to you for the answers to instead thinking themselves and learning how to learn. Some other variations could sound like, "Would you like me to help you find that answer? What does your book say about that? Where do you think the best way to find this kind of answer would be?" Why don't we think about this from a different perspective? Is there a different way that we could solve this problem? Now, I do want to note that you are not leaving them high and dry here, kicked to the curb all alone. You are still providing that safety net for them for this really vulnerable process of putting themselves out there with something that they're doing and learning for the first time. This simply takes the pressure off of you to make learning happen. It is not your job, it is not your role to make learning happen for your child. You cannot do learning for your child. You cannot do learning to your child. Only your child can take the responsibility for their learning for themselves. And while this is a little bit nerve-wracking in a way, it's also very freeing because I have seen so much overwhelm come from trying to make something happen for our children when it's not our role to do that. How we ask questions as our children grow and mature not only impacts their ability to learn, how to think creatively, how to think critically, but it also deeply impacts our personal relationships with our children. As a young child, we do tend to give more of a yes or no, because I said so type of answers when our children have not yet developed the ability to reason and understand that why or how component. As they get into school age, however, they are starting to understand those complexities of why we think certain things and the reasoning and the evaluation behind some of these ideas. The only way they are really going to learn how to do that for themselves is if we give them the practice, slowly but surely being there alongside them in that facilitator, side-by-side role as they work through these problems in their own way. And remember, just because there may be an answer key in your book about what the answer is or how to get to that answer, it does not mean that it's the only way to get to that answer. And it does not necessarily mean that it's the only right answer. As you give your child the space to grow and flourish in how they approach different problems that they face, be open to their interpretation of what that looks like and how their brains work it out for themselves. They don't need to think like you. They just need to be able to learn how to think it through. It takes so much overwhelm right off the table when we realize that it's not about us to make this happen. This is not our responsibility to create success for our children. Success is happening. Success is in the process of this growth and learning. As you focus on what your role is in your child's learning process, it will really help establish that connection and that relationship, and they will trust you even when you do not know everything about everything. You get to model for them creative exploration for finding solutions. If this has helped you with the problem of looking dumb in front of your kids and you felt encouraged and inspired by this video, then I would love for you to join us for the next one. I put out a new homeschool teaching video every week. And if you would like to subscribe, then YouTube knows to show you when the next one is out. In the meantime, if you would like to find out more, you can check out my website, homeschoolteachingsimplified.com. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.